and welcome back to another episode of From the Foundation Up. Today we're going to start a mini-series called From Dirt to Daily Living. And what we're going to do is we are going to take a project that we're doing and we're going to chronologically do it every single step of the way, showing our audience what it's like to build a custom built home. This building project is starting on a piece of ground that had a home. So we are going to be showing you what a demo actually looks like and how that takes place and the necessary steps that you have to take when you do a demo. And so that demo is done and we have been showing some videos on that. But I'm going to take you as well here in the studio on site. We're going to have people on site every step of the way with every one of our partners that are subcontractors and partners or suppliers that make well-built homes, the beautiful homes that our customers eventually end up with. So we will be documenting that all the way. The unique part of this is that we're not just going to take you for what typically you see on a builder's podcasts or on their websites or on their social media sites. They typically will show you all the beauty, the kitchen, the things that went into building the home, but they don't take you step by step by step. What happens next? What's going to happen next? What's going to happen next week? What's the foreseeable future and the next month, what to expect. So we're going to show you all of that. We're going to have someone on site, a videographer, and they're going to take care of showing us every step of the way. And it's going to be really cool. This home site had a previous home on it. The home was built in 1850, so it was 176 years old. And we had to take the heartbreaking decision to make the house come down. So we have taken videos of the demo, so you will be able to see that as well. And what then has to take place after that. So like you just don't rip a house down and start over again necessarily. Sometimes site work has to be done on the property to get it sort of back to a blank slate. But this property is unique. So although we lost the house because of disrepair and the prior owners not maintaining it over the years, it was just way too far gone. But there are some unique things that we kept intact. So when walking around outside, we discovered there was a hand-dug well. So that in itself is 176 years old because the people didn't build a house and then not have water unless they walked to the creek a little bit, and that's a possibility. There's one across the road from it. But this home had a hand-dug well. So it has the potential to be 176 years old or around that. And then there was, and so we've made that so you can see it now. So it was just level to the ground. So we weld the walls up kind of like a wishing well. Also, while we were walking around, we found in the little hillside in front of the house, it was all grown up with briars and grapevines, and it was just a horrible mess. But there was an actual root cellar there. So that has been all redone. And new doors are on it, and it's just beautiful. And when the guys were down there rehabbing this thing and setting some stones in that fell in or whatever, and then mortaring everything shut, making everything the way it should be, they discovered after years and years and years, can't even guess how many years that the last time it was cleaned out. I'm gonna guess when it was built, that's when it was the cleanest. But in any event, the floors, when they scraped the floors and all the dirt back, they found beautiful brick floors. So we're going to show you that as well. So what's going to be built there is going to be a new farmhouse that would be conducive to the area, the setting of what it should be. Instead of taking it and making it something that's not, we're going to build another farmhouse type of home there. So as I said, we're going to take you on every step of the journey, see what it's like. But then the big part is, after it's built, for a whole year, we're going to document what it was like to live in a new home. The nuances, things that we take for granted, that just like when you move into a home, things as they go through a season, doors stick. That's a fact. As the house settles in and gets within itself, the doors do stick. and you have to come back and we have to adjust them. So we're going to take you through those kind of small, tiny things that have to be adjusted so that you know when you build a home with us, that's kind of the things you can expect. Do you get leaks in a new home? Yeah, you get leaks in a new home. It's all new plumbing. Will they all leak? Of course not. But there are those that sometimes have a little leak underneath the sink and you got to call the plumber back. So it's sort of the things that the products that, here's another thing, like the products that the person is going to choose. Like when we have a customer and they pick quartz, or did they pick granite, or did they pick some other hard surface? Some people pick concrete. I mean, some of the concrete slabs that we put in are absolutely stunning. So how do they actually work out so it's great when you move in, everything is all polished and new, everything's beautiful, but after you're living there for 6 months, let's just say someone picks a very shiny, glossy type of hard surface on their kitchen countertops. How is that after a year? I don't know. I never had that. So does it dull? Does it scratch? Does it leave ring marks? Does it make glares? And you know, that when the sun's shining in the room, you can't stand it. All those things. So it's going to be the nuances and the great things that happen about building a home. So those are the things that we're going to document for a whole year. Another example, let's just say, you know, some of the products that are out there, people will say, this floor is indestructible. Nothing can hurt it. Okay, let's put that in. And because it's kind of a farmhouse, their people could have a garden. They could have critters outside. Who knows? But let's just say they're outside and they come in and their shoes are dirty or muddy. And then you walk across this new floor. How did it take? You know, did stones or gravel scratch it? You know what I mean? I mean, I have a sweeper at home that the slightest little thing gets underneath the sweeper. When I'm sweeping it, it makes like a mark in the floor. It doesn't make a scratch, but it makes a mark in the floor. I kind of panicked the first time I saw that because I'm like, oh no, I scratched my new floor. But the fact is, it wasn't a scratch. It appeared to be a scratch. But you know, those are the kind of things. If you took a sweeper over a piece of gravel, did it scratch this indestructible floor? So that's what we're going to go through and help people to understand product, what's good, what's bad, what's maybe not so good. And inevitably, over the 40 years that my husband and I have been building homes, I don't think there's anybody that I've ever met. I've built 3 custom homes for myself. I don't think that there's anybody that I've ever met, including myself, that got to the end of their build and said, I'd do 100% of it 100% again. There was always something you would change. I don't care if you have the best laid out, made plan. Inevitably, something you could have done different if you had to do it all over again. So those are the kind of things that we're going to document. And like I said, we're going to do this in chronological. This is a picture of the house that's going to be built there. So it's a beautiful farmhouse. So again, the partners that are going to be in there, they have subcontractors that are going to be in there that have agreed to be filmed. Some people don't like that, but those that have agreed to be filmed, we're going to showcase them and their workmanship and their craftsmanship, and we're excited to do that for them. And then see how things go for a whole year. So it's exciting. It's a new project, and we're excited that you're on board. So please stay tuned and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, subscribe so you can press your alerts so you get notified. And we'll see you the next time on From the Foundation Up.